Down to second floor City Mall on Camp and Regent Streets, Georgetown to get your outfit for that special occasion. Contact us at 669-6602 or follow us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Show Deepavali to all our loyal customers from us at Mumbai Bazaar Collections.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. Due to the nation's failure to conduct cost audits within the 2-year deadline prescribed in the Stabroek Block Agreement, Guyana has no choice but to allow ESSO to recover all stated costs for its LISO Phase 1 and 2 projects. Both initiatives total approximately $9.5 billion. During his latest press engagement last week, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo said the government is disappointed that it has not been able to push through these critical post-2017 audits. Dr. Jagdeo said he has since asked the Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat to examine the possibilities of getting together all of the groups from Guyana which have an expressed interest in working with a foreign company on this front. He said that this is preferred option as the country desperately needs to increase its auditing capacity and competencies. Meanwhile, Principal CEO of Universal Group of Companies Inc., Ian Edwards, has come forward to confirm that his company is one such local service provider that has fallen victim to the practices of being employed by Europa Guyana Inc., where the company manages to underbid Universal's proposals, purportedly using insider information garnered by its operations manager. He contends, however, that this practice has led to several local companies suffering from unfair practices by foreign companies in the form of bid sponsor impersonation, among other things, and pointed to another experience with another foreign company that sets up shop in Guyana. In other news, police up to late Wednesday night were on the hunt for 2 men in connection with the murder of a doctor whose battered remains were found on Tuesday night at his Duke Street, Kingston, Georgetown office. Dead is a 49-year-old Colin Roach of Windsor Estate, East Bank, DEMERARA. He was found dead by one of his employees around 22 hours 20. Roach was found lying face up in a pool of blood on the floor of his examination area within his office. His face was notably bashed in and there were blood stains on the wall. Detectives who visited the scene had discovered that the man's cell phones and his white Audi SUV were missing. And moving on, the government is on the move to fill the vacancies that exist within the judiciary, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal has said. He said that plans are in train to reconstitute the Judicial Service Commission and make new appointments to the bench as soon as possible. Nandlal was at the time responding to the comments of Chancellor of the Judiciary, Yonit Cummings Edwards, who noted earlier this week that the court's capacity to operate in an optimal level has been hampered by a shortage of judges. And moving on, a 16-year-old bandit was shot dead on Wednesday after he, along with 2 accomplices, robbed a couple of their gold jewelry in Stabroek Market area. Police identified him as Sidel Bourne of Agricola, and according to police, he was shot dead around 14 hours 20 in the Stabroek Market Square. According to information, the couple was doing their Diwali shopping in the congested area along Watford Street when 3 bandits pounced on them. As they assaulted and tried to relieve the victims of their jewelry, gunshots rang out. One of the bandits was reportedly shot dead while others ran away. Police responded subsequently to conduct their investigations and found out that it was the husband who had fired the shot that killed Bourne. He is a policeman who was at the time armed with his service pistol and had accompanied his wife to market that afternoon. He told the cops that he decided to shoot the bandits after hearing one of Bourne's accomplices telling him to stab his wife as she was resisting him. And I'll just tell you, the government of Guyana over a decade ago announced plans to pursue a 165 megawatt hydroelectric plant, and subsequent to the discovery of oil and gas in 2015, a gas-to-energy project was being installed. Electricity generation capacity of the country to some 500 megawatts. GPL, however, has in recent years been plagued by losses in excess of 30% technical and commercial. Commercial losses are recorded through the theft of electricity, while technical losses occur as a result of distribution deficiencies in the system, altogether accounting for billions in wasted monies, the power generated by GPL and never recouped. And that's the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Stream